Hello everybody, my name is Matt. I'm the developer of SongRunner here. I've just released a brand new demo a few days ago. I wanted to upload some gameplay going through the new demo, but I thought instead of it being silent with no voiceover, I could do a little live playthrough here, maybe add a little bit of commentary, and also play on, this side, on a real keyboard. So I can show the control rebinds, which is pretty fun. So let's go do that real quick. Right now my game is still on the default controls, which just use a regular computer keyboard. So this screen is where you rebind the controls, and you can see, you can actually play with them. I like this because as you rebind things, you can immediately test them out. So I'm going to rebind the notes to these first 8 keys for my left hand to hit. I'm going to rebind movement and jumping to these 3 keys over here on the edge. Now up and down aren't super important for gameplay. You're just going to use those in the overworld to move around the different levels. So I'm just going to say, let's do left here, right here, jump, and then up, down. I'm going to make these 2 black keys up here. Just for when I do need them between levels. And then these 8 notes, I'm going to do right here. Super quick. This is undo. You can undo up to the last 3 notes that you've placed down. I don't really use undo that often. I will bind it here just in case I do need it. I'm going to put it on this key, which is almost out of frame. It is helpful sometimes. Some levels require a little bit of setup, and then if you mess up at the very end, it can be a little bit annoying having to restart the entire level. So I added undo, so you could just kind of like step back a couple notes if you need to. This option over here, I hope it works when I click it. It's been a while since I've clicked this actually. I could imagine some people, after they rebind their keys, they want to see those keys here in these like little helper guide squares. I don't want that, but it is an option if you want that. And look, it does work. Nice, okay. I like just seeing 1 through 8 on here. And I think now everything is rebound. So you can see, you can test these out immediately. Oh my god, did I forget to explain what the heck this game is? This is SongRunner. So it's a platformer. You move back and forth like this. But you also have to create little platforms in levels to make it from one side to the other. Now, in this screen, the platforms immediately disappear, just so you don't overload the screen with platforms. But let's go start a real level here. I'm going to start a fresh save file. I'm going to play through the whole demo, start to finish, in 1 take, hopefully. We'll see. If there's any cut in the edit, it's probably because I messed up something real bad and I need to go edit it out. But hopefully that doesn't happen. We'll see. Okay, so, like I said, SongRunner's a platformer. Move left and right, jump. If you want to get to the right side, collect that little music note at the end of each screen. 6 screens in this level. But in this game, you are also going to have to create platforms. I missed a little bit there, but that's okay. You're gonna have to create platforms, and they fit in with the music usually pretty well. Not always well, but usually pretty well. Wow. That was just like 8 seconds of silence right there. We'll see. I'm doing this with 1 take though. I really don't want to be editing this. So we're just gonna keep going. Okay. Now this screen, you gotta collect these little yellow 16th notes. You know, another thing I want to point out, you don't have to know music in order to play this game. It helps a little bit. I'm not trying to make a super hardcore, difficult rhythm game though. This is a fun music game with some fun platforming. In the full game, there probably will be some difficult levels, but generally, I don't want to scare people off with how hard the game is. And you definitely don't need to know anything about music to play. Oh, first death. There you go. Nice. Okay, so here I want to do like... That's not bad. I really like the little cymbal sounds that trigger when you collect those. For some reason, it's really neat. I feel like it almost always sounds good to hit this cymbal. Like, there's nothing in the code that changes the timing of when that cymbal sound plays when you get to the end of a level, but I feel like it always sounds good. It's just crazy. I don't know how that happens. Cymbals just they just sound cool. All right, let's go. This is like one of my favorite levels. It's very simple, but I feel like it immediately makes you think about like, oh, I can have more than one note playing at the same time, make a little ladder going up. That's really cool. Oh yeah. And you can see the timing of the notes will kind of like fudge over to be in time with the song. So like I said, you really don't need any musical experience with this game. Timing included. I have a musical background and my timing stinks. I cannot keep a steady tempo. I'm usually very late if I'm trying to play along to music or something. So you really don't need to worry about like, oh, I don't know my notes, I don't know my timing, whatever. It will work. This is a platformer first with a really cool music element to it. It is not a like hardcore rhythm game or anything like that. Oh yeah. Jump over the top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not editing anything. All right. Let's go. These move pretty fast, huh? Nice. And that's the end of this first stage. Let's go. Now there's a secret star in every stage. Maybe I'll just get the next one. I don't want to get all of them. I don't want to spoil where they all are, you know? They're kind of hidden in the backgrounds of the stages if you're looking around. This is the overworld. This is the only place where you'll need to use the up and down keys. And you gotta build these bridges to to reach the next island. I want to do more interesting things with the overworld in the full game. In the demo, it's really just a cute little way to get between each level. Okay, so in this stage, you can see the song has changed, the colors have changed, your instrument has changed. And this level introduces these little zones here, which kind of like filter the music down, and you cannot place platforms in this red area. This demo features 5 worlds, and all 5 of the worlds are like shortened versions of worlds that appear in the full game. So this level, for example, has 5 stages or 5 screens, but I think in the full game there's 2 different purple stages. 3 different purple stages? 2 different purple stages. One is like 6 screens, one is like 4. All right, so I'll get this puzzle. You can see in the background there's some blinking platforms. If you fill those platforms in, then you can get the puzzle star. So let's go. You don't have to do it in one take, in one loop, but I try to for style points. And I got it. Nice. Okay. Let's go. Oh, fell. Nice. When I started this, I was thinking to myself, like, oh, maybe I'll like mildly try to speedrun it just to see like what a brisk pace looks like. And now that I'm sitting here going really slow, I wouldn't call this a speedrun. Let's go. So we gotta collect these 4 things again. Whoop. Really like this screen. Feel like it's very simple, but you get a cool little bop by the end of it. Can I make that? Oh yeah. It's 5 screens here in this one. Really like how the loop changes in this screen too. So it's like you go to the right, then you have to go back to the left. There's no way to just go straight up here. Whoop, I went the wrong way. Something else that's important to note is this bar up at the top left. I don't know where my directions are. Top left of the screen. That's a limit to how many notes you can place. So you can't just fill the screen with a bunch of notes. Once that bar runs out, you cannot place any more notes. Longer notes will take up more of the bar. Let's see. Oh yeah. This screen, I almost have memorized as like a genuine song. Like I can hear this screen in my head, not the background music, but the notes that I actually usually wind up placing. It's really cool. Your solution to this screen might be different. If you wind up playing this game multiple times, you might wind up making all different solutions. You might lean on the same solution every time. I'm really interested to see how someone interprets a speed run of this game. I think there's a lot of room for like expression and like what's the word? Like, hang on, let's listen to this. Whoop. I think there's a lot of room for like, I don't know, a very unique sound to the speed run, you know? And as you memorize levels, it's very satisfying to be moving and place the platforms that you need within one loop. I usually don't wind up doing that, but if I think really hard, I can do it sometimes. See, I'm not thinking hard enough. This level, as you can see, introduces these little cannons. The cannons do get stopped by your platforms, or the projectiles that they fire get stopped by your platforms. So you can kind of give yourself cover if you need to. Let's see. I also really like the song I did here. lot of these levels also feature a few different routes you could take. I was very inspired by Celeste in that regard. I really like how Celeste, the first time you play it, you're taking routes that you can see that feel a little bit easier, a little bit more accessible. But if you wind up speedrunning that game, there's actually so many clever little like shortcuts and other routes you can take that save a lot of time, but you wouldn't really think to look for those your first time playing the game. So I really like that. I try to incorporate that on screens. Not every screen has it, but a lot of them do. This level is another puzzle. I'm gonna skip past this one for now. I'll let you guys figure that out if you want to. You don't need to do the optional puzzles. It's just, you know, I'm a big secrets guy. I like looking for secrets, so I have to include those. This screen is actually an extra wide screen. Oh, I messed up, didn't I? There we go. I just put another platform down there. This screen is an extra wide screen. So I like to use these for like bigger challenges on the level. Did I mess that up? I think I messed that up. These screens in particular, if you can, because the playhead moves off of the screen, see, like it's going and now it's off. You can still add notes over there if you can remember what the stage looks like. So if you it's really like learning a song. Like, instead of looking at the stage and figuring out what you need, if you play this game a bunch of times, you might start to memorize what the stage like sounds like for whatever path you take to the goal. No edits, one take. Not editing that death out. Let's go. Okay. We can make it. We can make it. We can make it. Yes. Oh yeah. Not a speed run. Not a speed run. All right. And this is maybe my favorite mechanic and song so far. This stage is special. If you do have a background in music, what's special about this stage is that it's a triplet feel. So you can see, oh, that doesn't fit. So on other stages, the beat would be divided in half. So you could play like, you know, 8 notes per measure. On this stage, you can play 12 notes per measure. And technically speaking, there's 2 measures on the screen. So because it's broken into this triplet feel, it kind of changes the way you can place the notes a bit. Again, you don't really need to understand music theory or anything, but coding this was really annoying and hard and really satisfying to pull off, because I think the levels that you wind up making here, like the solutions that you wind up making here with your notes, sound really unique and cool because they have like this like swing to them. All right. And this little graphic here, maybe there's a better way to illustrate this, but what I'm trying to illustrate here is that you can hold jump as you land, or just hold jump in general to go higher on these bouncy platforms. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, I just really like the vibes of this song. Let's go. You might have just heard a cat meow in the background. That's my cat Rocket. She's a very vocal cat. This screen is another puzzle. I really like this one. I'll do this one. I couldn't do it in one loop. Oh, that was close. See, this is a good spot for the undo. What did I make it? This one? Okay. Nice. So the reason I like this puzzle a lot is because when you make the puzzle, when you fill in these notes, it creates an interesting stage. So you can see here, I need to kind of navigate this treacherous area to get up to the star. Now I need to go all the way back. Nice, we got it. So I like how the puzzle kind of creates an interesting stage when you solve it. And then you have to go get the, you have to go get the star. There are some cheeky ways to get through that screen faster, but I'll leave that for you to figure out. This level also does something really cool. Note 5 in particular. What did I say in the beginning? Did I say like maybe a little bit of dev commentary? I feel like I'm talking like nonstop. Note 5 in particular has a very small chance to have like an alternative note. Yeah, it's a small chance. An alternative note play where it's kind of like a grace note, like bling. Ah, there it was. And it's just like a nice little flavor. Really like that. All right, this is a tough, I don't know like what to call these types of screens where you have to collect these 16th notes first. But this is a tougher one because of that moving hazard. Too early there. I think, oh, this might be really hard on this keyboard, actually. There we go. Oh, it was a little sloppy, but we got it. Oh boy, let's go. I think I expected this video to be maybe like 15 minutes, and we're going on 27 on this recording. All right, this level 5, took me weeks to make. It was really hard. It's got some cool stuff in it. I'm probably gonna continue to tweak it, but I am pretty happy with where it's at right now. Let's see it. This level gets a little bit hard sometimes, especially if you want to get the puzzle star in it. So you can see it's scrolling automatically, and if you play notes, they just appear in the center of the screen. This is a little checkpoint bell, so if you die, you'll come back at the checkpoints. You don't have to do the whole song in one run, but we're gonna try to right here. So what's neat about this is that you need to kind of look ahead and see where you're going to need a platform and play. And that's a lot to ask of the player, so it doesn't get too intense, but you can see how the difficulty could get kind of crazy here. I've been hiding in the bedroom. I've been singing to myself. This is me singing, and the lyrics here also, my brain is working overdrive right now. The lyrics also hurt you here. Oh, nice. Let's go. I can't make that. So you come back to the checkpoint. You can breathe for a moment if you want. Let's go. Okay. 3. See, we get those little red zones coming back here too. You cannot add notes into those. Nice. About halfway through right now. I'm gonna try to be cool and get the puzzle star, but it's hard. I figure if there was ever a spot to have a little bit of difficulty, it's at the very end of the demo. Oh, Rocket is singing along here. I don't know if she's coming through on the mic. Okay, here it is. Got it. Rocket, you're like, oh. Oh my god. Okay. I actually can't believe I got all that, and Rocket was stepping on my hands, basically. Oh yeah, we got it. Good stuff, good stuff. My hands are a little sweaty. Well, thank you for watching. This game is called SongRunner. You can go wishlist it on Steam right now. When I collect this star, that's the end of the demo. And my times there are not amazing compared to what I usually get. But you can wishlist this game on Steam right now. Full game will have, do I even have to say it? Like more of everything. And I'm really excited. So if you watched this far, wow, thank you so much for being interested in my game. It's a lot of fun to make. Hope to have more news about the game soon. Pretty soon. Well, you know, like kind of soon. We'll see. All right. Thank you.